All right. Oh, how cool. You just had your first one. We're talking to Kylie Watts. Kylie, while you and Scott were doing your 2-hour TikTok show, can I tell you the number of guests in this show who told me they bought this? Roxanne De Palma bought 2. Devin Wallen's buying 1. This is the Gusta Garden self-watering tomato planter with the adjustable stake. 3 easy payments of just $12.33. And so many people want to try growing their own tomatoes. I mean, you can put other things in here too, but you want to try growing your tomatoes. Maybe it's a new concept for you and you have so many questions. What kind of stake? How much should I water it? What should I do? This makes it easy to attain success.
Oh, I love to hear that because I actually got these samples last year and got to test them, grew multiple varieties of tomatoes on them, and they were one of the best tomato planters I've used because, to your point, it takes all the guesswork out. These are self-watering, so when you get it home, you're going to notice it's actually 2 pieces. So underneath here is that reservoir that's going to hold about 1 gallon of water. Then on the bottom side, you have things, we call them irrigation wicks. So they're these little cloth wicks that sit inside of there that are going to pull that water up to help keep that soil nice and moist. But then one of the best things about this is you're going to get a stake that's going to allow to grow with your tomatoes. So you can see it's strong, it's durable.
Wait,
it's
I have
not
a question.
the flimsy ones. And it's everything you need.
So we have tomatoes coming up from Cottage Farms. Katie from Cottage Farms is still standing right off the set. Katie, would this be, this is, how big is this? Do we know the size of the container?
Yeah, so the actual dimensions, I think it's like 9 by 15.
Would this be too small to put the rows in? I think it might be.
No, I don't think so. Let me just see the bottom of it. I think it would be perfect.
Would it be okay?
It would be perfect.
Okay.
Yes, it would be great for
so
the
we can
rows.
put your tomatoes and your tree rows. Yeah, that's
now
what I
you
was
don't
thinking.
have to buy a stake for it, and this would be great for so many plants besides tomatoes because of the stake.
Basically, anything that vines that needs support, it's great for too, and it allows to grow with you.
Wait, last week we did your mandevilla, the mandevilla.
It would be perfect for that,
right?
I grow that too.
Yep.
Okay, so we've already done plants this season that are coming to your house that this will work great with, and Katie's going to show us some tomatoes coming up. Katie, thank you so much.
Are awesome.
This is the dark green. We have a dark green, we have a blue, and we have a light gray. What a nice price point for a planter that not only is self-watering, but comes with the stake. It really sets you up for success. You know, our girl next door, Carolyn Gracie, did a today's special value of her veggies, the minis. Yeah. They would be amazing in here.
They would.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we launched this right after you had your kitchen minis, TSV, and that's what a lot of people were picking them up exactly for that too.
They're perfect size for those.
Exactly, because that's the thing that's hard about this stuff, right? So here's the deal. You get it home, you can see the little water reservoirs right here. When you first plant your plant, you want to top water it for a few days just to help those roots get down. The reason why the tomato plants love it is because they want to seek out that moisture. It's going to make the root structure stronger, which is going to give you a better plant. You fill it up with the soil right here, put the cross support in. Your plant can just go on one side of that support. So we've got one of the posts inside of here, pop your plant inside, and then you can kind of move it to wherever that support's going to be. As the plant grows, you're seeing you have built-in supports. You kind of weave the branches in, and then that stabilizes the plant as it grows up. So you've got a beautiful support system already.
And you can just keep telescoping up really as high as you need it to go.
Yeah.
So this is really the planter that our QVC garden experts, Roxanne De Palma, Devin Wallen, like Carolyn saying it's great for her kitchen minis. Like, this is the planter that I've noticed is getting so much buzz among our garden experts. 3 easy payments of $12.33. We do have tomato plants coming up, but I think so many people want to try and grow their own. Maybe they've tried in the past and they haven't had success. Maybe you don't grow tomatoes because you think, I go away a lot of weekends. Who's going to water them? This is self-watering.
Exactly, and I will tell you, as someone who does a lot of edible vegetable plants and herbs and things at my house, my plants last year in these planters were way happier in the droughts we were having than in traditional planters because of that self-watering system. So obviously when it rains too, it's going to capture that water, which is great there, but it is going to allow you to go away, you know, for a little bit of time and not worry about your plants. Your plants will tell you when they need water, or you can look right inside of that little reservoir. Fill it with your hose, fill it with your watering can. It's going to hold about 1 gallon of water, and you can see the holes inside of it, and I'll show you when we come back, are so that the root structure can actually go through and find that water as well. But but the irrigation wicks help keep that soil nice and moist, which is what tomatoes like. They don't want to dry out. They're going to be unhappy with that. You can see how uniquely designed the bottom of this is. So you've got the drainage, you've got the irrigation wicks, you have the self-watering feature, and the planter's really pretty. So even if you wanted to just plant it like we have right here, it's a beautiful planter.
Yeah, without the stake.
Right, but you want to have that self-watering feature, this is a great way to do it.
You know, I was thinking even things like our sun patience or those plants that we've done that do like a lot of water. Have you ever had a plant sit outside in a container that gets so dry that even when you water it, the water runs down the side, and then you dig and the soil itself is still completely dry? There's a word for it, it's escaping me. There is a word for that reason that happens. But it's like you're watering your plants and they're not even getting the water because the soil's gotten so dry. That will never happen with the self-watering planters. They keep the soil at the right moisture level.
Right, and I personally, as someone, and Carolyn knows, Carolyn's my neighbor, and she's seen my garden before, and I have tons of plants inside of here. I personally always grow my edibles in planters. One, because I can control their nutritional value going into it. So oftentimes if we go straight into the ground, we feed them, but that seeps into the soil around, right? This is a great way, because tomatoes are pretty heavy feeders too. Great way for you to control it because it's all contained inside of here. So that's one. Two, having the proper support system, because there's nothing worse than growing your tomato plant and a big storm comes through and it breaks because it's not supported properly, is one of the second most important things with it. This allows you to grow with it. So you can pop on what you want, or you can make the whole thing the one height at the same time, right when you plant it in, and just have it ready to go and weave that main stem on the support.
This is so brilliant. All right, here are your colors. Dark green is the most popular right now, and I'm just going to turn it so you can see the whole, like it's a little bit longer than it is wide. Here's your dark green. We have it in blue. We have it in gray. It's a nice, basic, simple design, which I like because it will go with all your other planters. It goes with everyone's decor. I just love that I don't need to go find a planter. Then I got to go buy the stakes. Oh, and if you want, Roberta's has their Sun Grow black and gold soil that we showed you earlier. The
one
potting
bag
mix.
would be perfect.
Yes, one bag of that, which we will ship for free, will fit in this container. So now you're not even running to the store to get soil.
No,
and it's perfect for this.
It's so great. It was one of the things, it was such a happy thing for me to have last year, because I think I grew 7 different kinds of varieties of tomatoes, and I did heirloom ones and cherry tomatoes and the big boys in this. I had all 3 colors, tested them all out. Again, the plants were so much happier because of this system. So when you look inside of this, you see how uniquely designed that base is. The built-in drainage holes allows the root system to go down and find that water, but also these irrigation wicks, these fabric pieces that we have right here, are going to keep that soil moist inside of there. You can fill it from the bottom once it's established, top water it once you start it, and it's just so easy. You don't have to look for anything else. Everything you need to grow a great tomato plant is in here, but if you have other vining things that need support, you can absolutely plant them in this.
3 easy payments of $12.33. It takes all the guesswork out of growing your tomatoes and then all your other vining plants, or if you just want a great self-watering planter. I do believe that so many people do want to try and grow their own tomatoes, but then you might be sitting at home thinking, I can't grow that. I like to go, maybe I like to go to the lake or the beach or something on the weekend. I'm not even around to give them water. They will water themselves and be super happy. This is a planter designed for results when it comes to growing things like tomatoes.
Yeah, and even for us here on the East Coast last year with the drought that we had,
it was
so
terrible.
much, it was literally, I was watering some things twice a day. This saved me so much watering, because even at the times when plants could be really stressed, that gave them the proper amount of water even throughout the day.
And to survive that horrible heat that we had.
Exactly. So that's what's nice about having that feature. You know the water is going to be safe and contained in there. And then again, you just pick a side. These are designed for one plant only, so pardon me for getting dirt everywhere. Pop your plant in, and then as it grows, you're going to be able to weave that kind of center stem into the support system.
And then take a look. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming right up here.
That's a good plant.
You can see, like, look at that. It's in there. It's a happy little tomato plant that's going to start producing really, really soon. And in about 20 seconds, I'm actually going to give you some tomato plants.
And they look amazing. Those tomato
from Cottage Farms. So very popular. Let us know if you want the green, the blue, or the gray. 3 easy payments of $12.33, and it comes with the stake that you can use or not use. But if you're growing tomatoes, you'll want that stake, or the Cottage Farm rose. You can put that in there with the stake as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's do these tomatoes.